Tell me, have you ever wanted to peek into the secret life of celebrities? To see how they act when the cameras are turned off and there are no fans around? You're in luck. So like this video. Today, I will take you behind the scenes on the life of a star. I'm Penelope, by the way. I became famous as a child after winning a talent contest. Ever since then, I had been singing kind songs about love and friendship that I composed myself. Do you know what my biggest dream was? I wanted to meet my soulmate. After all, I believed in love, and it always inspired me. The problem was, all my dates ended in complete disaster. Boys were only interested in me because I was a star. Take James, for example. He sneakily took a photo of me while I was picking my nose and posted it. He got a ton of likes, and I got a bunch of haters. All my dates just wanted to use me as a springboard to become famous. None of them asked me out for the right reasons. One day, I was sitting in my dressing room and telling my friend Rachel about a handsome guy I'd recently met. William is such a sweetheart. If he turns out to be a hypocritical bastard, I will give up on love for sure. How will you compose songs then? I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. By the way, I'm going out with him tonight. Could you tell my mom I'm shopping with you? Mom was my producer, and she didn't want boys to distract me from making music. After each breakup, I fell into depression and couldn't sing or write songs for a long time. My friend agreed to cover for me. The next second, a gloomy guy called Adrian walked into my dressing room. Penelope, they're waiting for you at the rehearsal. I'm coming. I got goosebumps. That guy creeps me out. Who is he? Mom's assistant. She hired him recently. That's all I know about him. After the rehearsal, William and I went to an expensive restaurant. We spent the evening chatting and laughing sweetly. I thought I'd finally met the one. I didn't even get embarrassed when I accidentally got pasta all over me. It's so awesome that you act like an ordinary person even though you're a star. I am an ordinary person. It was a perfect evening. At least I thought so. The next morning, Mom woke me up and shoved a phone in my face. You never learn, Penelope. Have you been on a date again? Turned out William had taken a photo of my dirty face, made a meme out of it, and posted it for everyone to see. The photo went viral. No words can describe how gutted I felt. Mom scolded me, said I had to write a song for my new album by the end of the week, and left. However, I wasn't in a mood to compose. It hit me that I would never find love. What if it didn't exist at all? A couple days after that, I went to an annual charity masquerade ball. All the guests were wearing masks, so I wasn't afraid of being recognized. I was in the mood to have fun, so I went out on a balcony. A mysterious stranger was standing there. Not a fan of the noise either? Yeah. Do you mind if I stay here? You sound sad. Stay. Let's be sad together. I stayed on the balcony with him even though I didn't see that guy's face and didn't know his name. I felt relaxed. We spent the whole evening together. He seemed to like me back and asked me out on a date. That sounded amazing. But I was afraid of getting hurt again, so I offered him an unusual bet. Sorry, I've been burned too many times. Let's try something. I want to see if it's possible to fall in love with someone without seeing their face or knowing who they are. What do you say? We agreed to stay in touch without revealing who we are for a whole year and take off our masks at the next ball if we realized we were meant to be together. See you, beautiful stranger. See you, mysterious stranger. We texted each other every day. Over time, we grew close, even though we didn't meet again. I told Rachel all about it, but asked her to keep it a secret. I'm afraid to even imagine Mom's reaction if she found out about my secret boyfriend. You're like a sister to me. You can count on me. Then, my mysterious stranger texted me an address and said he'd left something for me there. Rachel and I headed there and found a huge heart-shaped balloon with a bunch of cute notes in it. Your prince is quite romantic. I know. I'm head over heels in love with him. After that, I was struck with inspiration and wrote a beautiful song. You gave me wings and taught me to fly. I'm so happy I feel I could cry. I handed the text to Adrian and asked him to give it to my mom. Soon I recorded that song in a studio, and it became a hit. I was more popular than ever, and it was all thanks to love. It never ceased to inspire me. I gave a lot of concerts and became an idol of girls just like me. Whenever I had free time, I texted my boyfriend. My loyal friend was also always there for me. What more could I wish for? Unfortunately, Mom didn't approve of my friendship with Rachel. She wanted me to think of nothing but music. Mom, I'm not a robot. I need friends. Don't be so naive. I used to have a best friend too. We were closer than sisters, but then she stole my boyfriend. Now I only believe in the power of money. You should follow my example. I'm sorry you were betrayed like that, but if I stop believing in love and friendship, I won't be able to write songs anymore. Just be careful who you trust. A year flew by. It was very intense. I was looking forward to two important events. First, I was nominated for a prestigious music award. I was invited to perform at the ceremony. I was nervous because I dreamed of it ever since I was a kid. Second, another masquerade ball was about to take place. I was over the moon that I would soon see the face of my mysterious boyfriend. At the same time, I was terribly afraid to take off my mask. There would be a lot of people at the ball. If things didn't go according to plan, I wouldn't want to cry in front of a crowd. That would appear in the news for sure. Being famous had its downsides. There was no privacy. I was trying to come up with a plan when I got a text from my boyfriend. boyfriend. He said he couldn't wait to see me and suggested we reveal our faces to each other before the ball. That was exactly what I needed. If we met in a cafe, we could talk without attracting too much attention. I agreed, but insisted we hide our names until the ball. After that, I left my phone on the dressing room table and went to the rehearsal. When I came back, my furious mom pounced on me. She had read my texts and found out about my secret boyfriend. I braced myself. Imagine my surprise when she said she was just worried about me. Sweetheart, you have an important award show coming up. Any scandal now could destroy your reputation. What if that guy turns out to be yet another scumbag and posts something nasty about you? Make sure he can be trusted before telling him you're a famous singer. I loved my mysterious stranger, but my past relationships made me wary. I thought about my mom's words and even asked Rachel for advice. I need to be sure he's a good guy before showing him my face. How should I test him? We smiled slyly at each other, thinking the same thing. I know, Rachel, pretend to be me and go on a date with him. I'll watch you and see if I can trust him or not. Got it, sis. The next day I came to the cafe and got ready to spy on the couple. Rachel was sitting at a table and holding my mask from the ball in her hands so that my boyfriend would recognize her by it. Recognize me, I mean. This is confusing. Well, you get it. So a gorgeous guy walked into the cafe. He was also holding a mask from the ball, so I knew he was my mysterious boyfriend. He sat down next to Rachel and gallantly kissed her hand. Wow, what a gentleman. Hello, beautiful stranger. I can finally see your beautiful face. The longer I watched him, the harder I fell for him. By the end of the evening, I had no more doubts and was sure he could be trusted. After the date, I thanked my friend for her help and went home. Then I texted my boyfriend. He had impressed me and immediately got a reply. I liked you too. You're even more beautiful than I imagined. I can't wait to see you at the ball again. My heart sank. I realized he was praising Rachel's looks. What if he was disappointed when he saw the real me? Dang it, I should have thought of that earlier. For the next few days, I tried to figure out how to tell him he had been on a date with my friend. I went for a walk to clear my head. You'll never guess what happened next. I saw Rachel with my boyfriend. I couldn't believe my eyes. My friend would have never deceived me like that. I crept closer to the couple and overheard their conversation. I'm glad you weren't the real girl in the mask, Rachel. I fell for you at first sight. I'm so happy I met you. I felt faint and tears streamed down my face. Rachel had stolen my boyfriend and he was all too happy about it. I would never forgive him. Mom was right. I couldn't trust anyone. I ran to the studio and texted my now ex-boyfriend. I know everything. Forget about me. Goodbye. I blocked both of those traitors after that. Adrian knocked on the door of my dressing room and said everything was ready for my rehearsal. I'm not in the mood for it. Cancel everything. I'm not paid enough to listen to the whining of spoiled celebrities. He left, but soon my mom appeared. Sweetie, Rachel probably always envied your success. She knew you wouldn't be able to write songs if you stopped believing in love, so she stabbed you in the back right before the award show. Are you really gonna let her get away with it? I thought about Mom's words. In the end, I decided to show everyone what I was capable of. Soon my fans were in for a surprise. I sang a new song about no longer believing in love or friendship at the award show. That's right, I was a bad girl now. At the end of my performance, I broke a special heart decoration with a bat. My performance was a huge success. I got a standing ovation. At first, Mom was furious with me for changing my image so dramatically, but then she saw that my ratings skyrocketed thanks to it and sang my praises. Keep up the good work, Penelope. One day, I was sitting in my dressing room and writing a new angry song when Rachel burst in there. How did you get in here? I told the security guards not to let you in. I climbed through the window. What do you want? Come to your senses. What was that at the award show, huh? It wasn't like you at all. You actually have the nerve to accuse me of something, traitor? I saw you hugging my boyfriend, or rather ex-boyfriend. Is that what all this is about? She burst into laughter and told me what actually happened. Turned out my mysterious boyfriend had also sent his friend called Stan to our first date. He and Rachel quickly realized they were both pretending, but they liked each other so much they decided to meet again. Stan and I became an item. I didn't tell you that it wasn't your boyfriend who came to the cafe back then because I didn't want to upset you before your performance. So you didn't steal my boyfriend? Of course not. When have I ever let you down? I felt a tremendous relief and pulled my friend into a bear hug. It was so stupid. So much drama over nothing. We have bigger problems right now. Why did you sing such rude songs? You are a role model for thousands of girls. They repeat everything their idol does and says. Rachel showed me bunches of videos of my fans' flash mobs. I saw girls tearing paper hearts while playing my song and saying that they would be bad girls like their idol. Jeez, what had I done? I decided I'd talk to my boyfriend and find out why he hadn't come to our date later at the masquerade. For now, it was more important to stop being a bad influence on my audience. That day, I asked my mom to organize a free concert. I wanted to tell my friends I had been wrong and love was real and friendship existed. Mom didn't like my idea. Are you kidding me? Your new bad girl image is selling well. Don't you dare change anything. It infuriated me that Mom only ever thought about money. As soon as she left, I started coming up with a new plan. Then, Adrian came up to me. Sorry, I overheard your conversation. I'd been working as a producer's assistant for a long time, so I could help you throw a free concert. Aren't you afraid Mom will fire you? you? No, my little sister is a huge fan of yours. I don't want her to follow a bad example. That's the only thing that matters. Adrian kept his word, and soon I was back on stage. But this time I only sang kind songs. At the end of the concert, I also made a speech. Guys, we all struggle to believe in the good of people sometimes, but the love in your hearts will beat the darkness. Just follow your dreams. That earned me thunderous applause. I walked off the stage and immediately saw my mom. She was red with anger. You disobeyed me again, Penelope. Sorry, Mom. My art is more important to me than ratings. I saw Adrian smiling shyly and came up to him. Thank you for your help. It's so weird. We've been working together for a long time, but I haven't noticed you before. You're a good guy, Adrian. And you surprised me too. Turns out you are not a conceited star and care about your fans. We talked for a long time and I was surprised by how kind he was despite his gloomy look. If we had gotten to know each other earlier, things might have turned out differently. But now, Adrian said he had a crush on someone. I'm in love with someone too, even though he hurt me. Seems we aren't meant to be. Yeah. The next day, I put on a mask and went to the city ball. There I met my mysterious stranger on the balcony again. I was still mad at him for sending his little friend on our date and gave him a piece of my mind. Right before our date, I thought that you would be disappointed and got scared. People often judge me because I look tough. You did the exact same thing and sent your friend in your place though. We fought like cats and dogs and argued which one of us was more to blame. But then we both realized we did all that because we were afraid of losing each other. Let's take off our masks. Ready? Wait, before I see your face, I want you to know that you are very important to me. This year, you were my biggest inspiration. After that, we tore off our masks. I looked at my boyfriend and couldn't hold back tears of joy. We were meant to be after all, Adrian. I can't believe it. You were always right in front of me. He kissed me as the sun set. Now I know it's possible to fall in love without knowing what your better half looks like or what their name is. It's very romantic, isn't it? I will always believe in love and friendship. Tell me in the comments down below what inspires you the most. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Meanwhile, I'm going to write a new song inspired by this story.